in this video, we are going to talk about, continue to talk about simplifying expressions, kind of adding a layer onto what we just talked about. So the goal of, after this practice, notes that we will be able to simplify expressions by distributing. So yesterday we talked about like terms, and we can combine like terms. We really just talked about adding and subtracting, but in our order of operations, right, we have other things. That should be a D for division. Right, we have parentheses, we have multiplying and dividing. We've only talked about adding and subtracting. So let's refresh ourselves with what that means. So we want to be able to simplify these, and we have parentheses, so we do what the parentheses tell us to do first. So 3 plus 10 is 13. Okay. And then after that, there's no exponents. These parentheses, when there's a number, parentheses number, that means multiply. So I'm going to multiply and get 52. And even if there's negatives, it's the same idea. So we're going to do what's inside of the parentheses first. 5 minus 8 is negative 3. Negative 3 times, and then look at your calculator. This one right here, this is the negative button. So times negative 2 is positive 6. But we're talking about expressions and variables. Let me rewrite our order of operations. Okay. So I can't do what's inside of the parentheses. 7x and 5 are not like terms, so I can't continue to combine them. I can't simplify them anymore. Okay. So I can't do the parentheses step, but I still have to take care of them. I have to do something about it. So what we can do is we can jump to this multiplying and dividing step because there's no exponents, right? So what you can do is you can take the number on the outside times each term on the inside. So we're going to do 2 times 7x. So we're going to have 2 times this 5. And we don't want to forget our signs, that's a positive 5. So just like adding and subtracting like terms, we can multiply things by multiplying their coefficients. So I can do 2 times 7, or 2 times 7x to get 14x. So I'm just dealing with the coefficients there. And then 2 times 5 is 10. And because that's a positive 10, I'm going to put a plus sign. And then I can't combine those anymore. They're not like terms, so I'm done. Same thing for this one, even if it's a negative. So 3 times the quantity, w plus 1. Remember that if there's no number in front of my variable, the coefficient is 1. So I'm going to take the number on the outside, negative 3, times w, 1w. Mixing up my colors here. Here we go. Then I'm going to multiply times the other one. Negative 3 times a positive 1. Okay. So to multiply these, I'm going to do negative 3 times 1, which is negative 3. Then again, negative 3 times 1 is a negative 3, but we can treat it like a minus 3. So this is called distributing. So to distribute, you're going to multiply the number on the outside of the parentheses with each number inside of the parentheses. Okay. And then we do not want to forget the sign of our numbers, whether it's plus or minus. So a couple more examples. So I'm going to take the number on the outside, 5, times each number on the inside. So first we have 5 times, the first term is 8. Then we're going to do 5 times the second term. This minus belongs to the 2. So 5 times negative 2y. 5 times 8 is 40. 5 times negative 2y is negative 10y. And then I can't add, subtract, multiply, or divide those anymore. I'm done. So that's it. It even works if there are decimals. So the number we're distributing is negative 0.5. We're going to multiply it by the first term inside of the parentheses, 3y. Negative 0.5 times 3 is negative 1.5. So that would be a negative 1.5y. Then multiplying it by the entire other term, negative 0.5 times positive 4. Is negative 2. So we're just going to treat it like a minus 2. Those are not like terms. I cannot add or subtract them, so we're done there. Okay. Don't skip writing down this step. Writing this step, including the sign, is so helpful. So the next layer you can add is to kind of do both at the same time. So first we need to distribute, then simplify. So I'm going to distribute the negative 4 to the 5n. Then we're going to distribute the negative 4 to the positive 6. Mixing up my colors here. Okay. And then this minus 8n is not being distributed, but I still need to include it. So I'm going to write it down so I do not forget about it. Then I'm going to do the multiplication. Again, this is the negative button on your calculator. So negative 4 times 5 is negative 20. So negative 4 times 5n is negative 20n. Negative 4 times 6 is negative 24, so minus 24. Then still including that minus 8n. Now, I can group and combine like terms. So the first set of like terms I see are these n terms. So we have a minus 20n, minus 8n. And then I have a minus 24. There's no other like terms with it, but I still need to include it. So to combine these, I'm going to add and subtract their coefficients. So negative 20 minus 8 is negative 28. Then add our variable of n. And then we still have to include the minus 24. So this is our fully simplified expression. All right, last one. So we're going to take the 4 on the outside, negative 4, distribute it to the minus 2. Then distribute the minus 4 to this negative 5x. And then these ones are not being distributed, but I still need to include them, so I'm just going to write them so that I do not forget about them. Then I'm going to do the multiplication. Negative 4 times negative 2 is positive 8. Negative 4 times negative 5 is positive 20. So this is a positive 20x. Could put a plus in front of this too. Then I'm going to include these other ones. Plus 7.8 minus 4.5x. Then I'm going to group and combine like terms. So we have a positive 20x, a minus 4.5x. Those are like terms because they have the same variable. And then a positive 8 plus 7.8. Those are like terms because they're both constants, numbers without variables, just numbers on their own. So I can combine what is alike. So I'm going to combine their coefficients by doing 20 minus 4.5 is 15.5. So it's going to be 15.5x. Then for the constants, 8 plus 7.8 is 15.8. And since that's positive, I'm going to add them. So that is all the ways you can simplify an expression.